one of the most famous ingredients in any meal is love. So if I am not charged up enough, I will not cook because I don't just cook to eat. I cook with love. The way that I slice my vegetables, the way that I season my meat, the way that I stir my food, the way that I plate my food, love. And you can tell, if you got burnt around the edges, the food is just thrown on the plate and just all mixed together. Love is the key ingredient into everything. And I tell you this, as you pour love in, love will be poured back into you.
What if the best chapter of your life hasn't even begun yet? What lies within you is the power to live brighter, bolder, and truer than ever before. So welcome to Vivitude, where caregiving, connections, and career come into balance, and where your vitality, vision, and voice shines through. Because the revolution isn't out there, it's already within you. Welcome to Vivitude.
Welcome back to Vivitude. In our first two segments, we explored the meaning of frequency of love and how it became real to you, Diane, in your own life. And you gave us some really beautiful examples of how does it look like on a day-to-day basis. Now we turn to our listeners. And why does it matter to them, or why should it matter to them? Our listeners are sandwich generation. They are juggling careers, raising kids. They're doing caregiving for their aging parents. Their lives are more than full. And now we are asking them to care about frequency of love in the middle of all of this. Why?
Wow, thank you so much for that question. That's a wonderful question. And I'll tell you this, why the frequency of love should matter is because you really can't afford for it not to matter. What am I talking about? Love comes from the heart, Anu. I told you I was a retired nurse. I was a retired critical care nurse for the heart. And there is so much that we carry in this generation of sandwich. We carry so much on our shoulders. There's so much frustration that builds up. There's so much stress that builds. Did you know that it is a statistical fact that a lot of caregivers, right, they become ill or they pass, they decease before the people that they are caring for. So, what is the best way that you can care for anyone else? You start with yourself. I'm going to take it back to that airplane announcement where they say, put the mask on yourself first, and then put the mask on the babies, and then put the mask on the elderly or others that cannot help themselves. I truly used to think that that was such a selfish thing. I did not really understand it until I did.
Hmm.
Until I did. And what I got from that is this: you cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot give love if you don't have love to give. It starts with you. And I'm gonna say this. I love to cook. So a lot of women in this generation, because I'm coming out of the sandwich generation. I'll be 60 on my next birthday in January. So I'm coming out of the sandwich and I'm going into a new road. But I understand that all things should be done in love. And when you take love out of anything. It is noticed and it is felt. Combing your child's hair. If there's no love in it, then you're pulling it and you're doing this, and they're just like, wow, But if you're doing it and it's a little tangle or something, you say, honey, just hold on. And I know, and you just take extra time with it. Cooking a meal. One of the most famous ingredients in any meal, Anu, is love. And let me tell you something. You can taste it and you will know it. You can taste it and you will know it. It's not about how you shake the salt, but it's about the love that you put in that salt. So if I am not charged up enough, I will not cook. I will not cook because I don't just cook to eat. I cook with love. The way that I slice my vegetables, the way that I season my meat, the way that I stir my food, the way that I watch my food, the way that I plate my food, love. And you can tell, if you got burnt around the edges, the food is just thrown on the plate and just all mixed together. You can tell. So for those that are listening, love is the key ingredient into everything. And I tell you this, as you pour love in, love will be poured back into you. It must.
As you say this, I'm transported in another world. Even how you describe it, I can feel that how it would be that when we cooked with love, that you can, when you say we can taste love, I can taste love. I could feel and taste love. And how hurried have we become in our lives? We're just like eating in the car and we just driving
Exactly.
away. And what you are inviting us to become more mindful and pause often to say, am I serving in love? Am I eating in love? Am I cooking in love? And
Yes.
this is beautiful. So
Yes.
thank you, Diane. We'll be back one more
Yes.
time for another segment. So I'm asking listeners not to go away, and we'll be back for the next segment of this show, Vivatude, where we are talking to Diane on frequency of love.
And thanks for listening to Vivatude. 4 hosts, one each week. We help you revivitude your next chapter because purpose, passion, and prosperity isn't out there. They're already within you. Brighter, bolder, truer. Vivatude.